大家好. My name is Lauren Xu, and I'd like to thank you all so much for coming. I'm so grateful for your presence at this event. I am beyond honored to be 2025's Miss Chinese Boston, especially at the special 5th anniversary of MCB. It's something I never imagined and will never take for granted, and I plan to use my role to serve the community well. First, I would like to start off with thank yous. Thank you to Empire Garden for this gorgeous space, and the elected officials here for your generous presence and support of the Chinese community. Thank you so much to Angela He, my predecessor, whose gracious footsteps I aspire to follow, as she leaves me with big shoes to fill. I'd also like to thank my fellow queens, Miss Boston and Miss Worcester County. Thank you as well to Leanna and Mindy, who have provided me with invaluable guidance and put in incredible work behind the scenes to make tonight happen. I would also like to express my deepest appreciation to Mrs. Esther Lee and Mr. Wilson Lee, who have done a tremendous amount of work for the Chinese community through the Chinese American Heritage Foundation, and have contributed significantly to organizing this event as well. Lastly, I'd like to thank my mom for inspiring me to pursue this. I wouldn't be standing up here without her. Thank you, everyone. To briefly introduce myself, I first came to Boston 4 years ago for my sophomore year at Harvard, thanks COVID, where I studied cognitive neuroscience and evolutionary psychology. When I first arrived, I was amazed not just at the size of the Chinese population here, but also at the indisputable presence of a Chinese community, which is something I never really experienced back home in DC. Now, I work at Amazon and live in Allston, which has only brought me closer to this sense of community. As the daughter of an immigrant, recent events have been quite concerning, to say the least. In the current climate of distrust and xenophobia, Chinese immigrants are being suspected as spies, calling back to the Red Scare of the 70s or even the Chinese Exclusion Act of the 1800s. Chinese people are restricted in buying or renting property in as many as 26 states, encroaching on their basic rights. According to a survey, over 2/3 of Chinese Americans have faced at least one instance of discrimination in an average month. Harvard's rights to sponsor visas were forcefully stripped from them earlier this year, and Chinese international students have been unreasonably interrogated and turned away at our borders. Of course, we cannot forget the authoritarian overreach that works through ICE agents, who don't care how long someone has been in the country or whether they're a green card holder. Therefore, I plan to work on initiatives for the most vulnerable in the community, namely immigrants. I'd like to involve myself in supporting immigrant rights and citizenship efforts in collaboration with the Chinese American Citizens Alliance, as well as volunteer for after-school programs that help children from immigrant families. I would also like to do my part politically. I recently canvassed for Mayor Wu, who I know is a staunch supporter of immigrant rights and Boston's status as a sanctuary city. If there's one thing I'd like everyone to take away tonight, it's that we are not on our own. We need our community, events like this, to support one another. We are not a house divided, but a house united. Our culture, our community, our identity is something that no administration can take away. Once again, I'd like to thank you all so much for coming, and enjoy.